The 30 Years' War, fought from 1618 to 1648, began as a conflict over religion and dynastic power within the Holy Roman Empire. It quickly metastasized into a brutal continental war involving every major European power. While kings and generals sought victory, the vast majority of the bloodshed, starvation, and persecution was inflicted not on soldiers in battle, but on the civilian populations of the German states. Unlike earlier medieval conflicts, this war relied heavily on massive, often undisciplined mercenary armies who were expected to live off the land. This policy was a license for organized plunder. Soldiers, whether serving Catholic or Protestant causes, frequently ignored the laws of war, viewing the local populace as little more than a source of food, money, and gratification. As armies marched and countermarched, towns and villages were pillaged repeatedly, sometimes by both sides in the same week. Farmers saw their livestock taken, their crops burned, and their food stores seized. This policy of constant extortion and plunder led to widespread famine, making the German countryside utterly unlivable. The absence of effective supply lines meant the army's indiscipline became the primary source of civilian suffering. The destruction of the agricultural base led to devastating famine, which, coupled with the movements of large, unhealthy armies, triggered relentless epidemics of typhus and plague. In many regions, disease and starvation killed far more people than combat did. By the time the Peace of Westphalia was signed in 1648, large parts of Central Europe lay in ruins. Some areas lost up to two-thirds of their population. The 30 Years' War stands as a profound example of how a prolonged conflict, exacerbated by the policy of living off the land and the lack of accountability for mercenary troops, can lead to the near-total collapse of society and the systematic persecution of its non-combatant population.